Let's first take a look at how the Asian markets have started off, whichever ones that are open. Of course, the Hang Seng and the Taiwanese index both trading with a cut of red as of now. The Japanese index, though, continues to do well for itself. It's seeing some profit booking on the Taiwanese index. Of course, the Chinese markets, mainland China's markets, continue to remain shut, and of course they will resume for trade tomorrow, as do the markets of South Korea. Even they remain shut on account of a holiday. The Nikkei, though, still at the flat line, but trading with a positive bias as compared to the cuts that you're seeing on the Hang Seng and the Taiwanese index, 1.5% lower now on the Hang Seng as well. Pull up the GIFT Nifty and give you an idea of how our own markets are likely to start off. Nothing much as of now for the GIFT Nifty. A 7-point downtick is what the implied open is suggesting. So as of now, after 4 days of gains on the index, it'll be interesting to see how the midweek trade shapes up, and that's what we are going to tell you on our Power Prep segment with our research team as well. The stocks that are likely to be in the news, and of course the setup on the FNO side of things as well. Now, if you take a look at yesterday's session, though, it was a proper roller coaster and a proper expiry session, with the bulls and the bears both being at play. You made a high, gave up all of those gains, then recovered from those losses, and then eventually giving up those gains by the close of trade, ending near the lowest point of the day. Now, what could be those reasons? Now, there could be possible buyers exhaustion at higher levels. Of course, there could be expiry related volatility as well, and of course caution at the start or closer to the start of the earnings season. But if you take a look at the September 30th low to yesterday's high, the Nifty was up almost 650 points. So some bit of buyers exhaustion at higher levels was anticipated, and that's exactly what happened in yesterday's trading session. And yesterday was yet another day when the broader markets ended in the positive, but the advanced decline was ending in favor of the declines. The lines eventually converged sometime around 11:30, and then it remained in favor of the losers. But the key levels to watch, of course, on the Nifty, yesterday's high of 25,220 becomes the first important level to watch on the upside. But the good bit is that it managed to defend that 25,100 mark on the downside. So that 25,050 to 25,100 will act as a support, at least in today's trading session, because yesterday's low being 25,076. And analysts also say that unless and until the Nifty remains above that 24,950 to 25,000 zone, the trend remains positive for the index. So watch out for the Nifty Bank, though. It had a similar topsy-turvy session yesterday. It fell nearly 300 points from the highs of the day, and that showed up on the Nifty as well with the fall that you saw. Then Tuesday's high of 56,502 becomes the first important level on the upside, because now this has become the new swing high for the Nifty Bank. 6 days of gains now for the index, and that 56,000 to 56,200 range can offer some support on the downside. Today being the final day of the Tata Capital IPO, the issue is subscribed 75%. LG's IPO saw full subscription on the first day itself, but WeWork somehow managed to see full subscription, but the NII and retail portion remained unsubscribed. And today we'll watch out for Vedanta as well, because of the NCLT hearing for the demerger. The GIFT Nifty for now indicating a subdued start for our own market, so it remains to be seen how the day turns out. Over to Ria now, who would list out the stocks that you need to keep an eye out for going into today's session. Ria, good morning.
Good morning, Thomas. Let's start off with Anant Raj. Today's sources say that the company has launched a QIP worth about 1,100 crores. The indicative price for this is rupees 662 per share, which is a 4.86% discount to yesterday's closing price, and the equity dilution for this is seen at 4.62%. Moving on to Shelley Engineering, which will remain in focus after a big block deal has taken place. Lighthouse India Fund has sold around 3% of equity for 284 crores. The buyers include Motilal Oswal as well as Stallion Asset, which have bought stake at roughly 69 crores and 53 crores, and other buyers on this deal include Aditya Birla AMC, Bofa Securities as well as Abu Dhabi Investment Authority, among others. Moving on though to the Q2 updates, starting off with Tata Motors. JLR has come out with its Q2 update. Retail sales have gone down by 17.1% on a year-on-year basis. For Titan, the domestic business has gone up by around 18%, while the international business has gone up by a whopping 86% compared on a year-on-year basis. For Lodha Developers, the pre-sales have seen an increase of around 7%, and collections have also gone up by around 13% compared to Q2 of last year. For Keystone Developers, both the pre-sales and the collections have gone up by around 9% on a year-on-year basis. For Godrej Consumer, the company has said that nearly 1/3 of the company's portfolio is now taxed at 5%, down from the 18% taxation rate earlier. And the underlying volume growth for the company is now projected to be in low single digits. For IRB Infra, they have come out with their September toll collections, which has gone up by around 11% at roughly 557 crores this time around. Two other stocks to be in focus today. Concor has signed an agreement with Ultratech Cement to transport bulk cement using specialized tank containers. And the last one to keep on your radar is Associated Alcohols and Breweries, which has started the manufacturing of malt spirits in its Barwaha facility. So keep your eye out on all of these stocks today.
Interesting. Rhea, thank you for that update. Lastly, Sudarshan joins in with cues from the F&O space. Sudarshan, good morning. The bulls may not like the fact that we ended close to the day's low, but what is the F&O data indicating today?
So the data from the derivative front is looking largely positive, that because we have seen buying in both futures as well as options, both in Nifty as well as Nifty Bank, and here also in the both futures and options. As far as yesterday's session is concerned, we have closed we have come off days highs, and all the major indices managed to close in the green. You talk about Nifty, Nifty Bank or Nifty Midcap Index, and ahead of quarterly earnings that TCS is going to start on Thursday, Nifty IT will remain in the focus. Yesterday also, we saw that from the day's high, it slipped, and at the end, it managed to close near flatland. As far as GIFT Nifty, it's like a regular routine for the last 3 days. It's been indicating to start with minor cuts, but our own market opens in the green. Flows front, FIs have finally turned buyers. Yesterday, we have seen FIs buying more than rupees 1,400 crore, and DIs continue to buy in the cash market. They have bought more than rupees 400 crore yesterday as well. In the futures too, we have seen in the index futures, FIs buying more than rupees 1,500 crore, and they have reduced short positions of more than 8,000 contracts on the expiry day, but FI long exposure remains around multi-month lows of 7%. As far as options data are concerned, for the Nifty, 25,200 and 25,300 call options were very healthy, and both these strike rates have seen an increase in the premium. And on the put side, 25,000 was very active, followed by 25,200. So support for Nifty would be around 25,020, and resistance would be first resistance 25,250, next resistance 25,450. For Nifty Bank, support would be 55,713, and resistance would be 56,400. One stock remains in the band, that is RBL. Apart from that, Vodafone Idea continues to see fresh longs, and it will remain in the focus ahead of the next hearing that is scheduled on October 13. One stock that keep an eye on, Kalyan Jewellers, because Kalyan Jewellers day before yesterday had announced quarterly update. It was a good update. Yesterday, Titan has reported an update, and that is also looking very good. So Kalyan might also be in the focus.
Interesting. We'll keep an eye out on all of these stocks. Sudarshan, thank you for that.